right now. I can't hear you. Oh, wait. Hold on. Okay, say something.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me now?
Nice. Yes.
Amazing.
So when you asked, I gotta get my Tostitos out of this shot. You asked if I was making a song. I made a song earlier.
Oh, wow. What's it about?
It's about. Well, so I'm writing a song right now too. It's called Bad Girl, and it goes like, I date a bad girl. She'd drive over a bridge if she had to. I did a bad girl. She tried to crash in my whip, really ain't cute. I did a bad girl and live in a bad world. This is a mad world. Live a mix with arousal.
Mm.
It goes like that.
Nice.
So it's about this relationship I had 2 years ago,
Okay.
and I was like, I can pull from experiences from my past. I don't have to do it about something that's literally happening in the moment.
Oh, that's my favorite thing to do. I love, like when I do songwriting.
Hmm.
Um, like I think probably all of my songs have been from stories of my past, you know? I don't know.
Yeah.
I for the longest time, I did not say all of the things that I was feeling and did not express it to anyone. And so when I started to make music, I just had all of these emotions and stories and kind of feelings inside of me, which I translated into songs. And that was just like the best feeling in the world. It felt like I lifted like so much weight off my shoulders. Um,
Then they come together like as lyrics first, the song, like the chords and stuff second. What order do you go in?
it's interesting because I don't have a specific order. It comes differently. Like I remember there was this like month for it was around March of 2021. So
Yeah.
like 2 years ago, right? Yeah. And for some reason during that month, I like that was close to the time when I actually was like, I'm gonna start making music. Like I decided that I was gonna pursue my dream. And that's when I
Oh.
bought like my home mic and I bought a little notebook to start writing my songs. And during that time, I wrote three songs that like were my first three songs and they came super easy for like weirdly they just like the melody, the lyrics, everything just came to me.
Everything.
It was super straight. I would be like sleeping and something would like come up in my head, not sleeping, like falling asleep, whatever. And so something would come up in my head and I would like take my phone, record it, and like tomorrow, I was like, okay, tomorrow I'll put it together. Or I would be like, I don't know,
The,
um, walking my dogs or cooking or doing something, and another thing would pop up in my head, and then I put it all together like a puzzle piece, you know. But I feel like maybe um, sometimes it was like a melody of a specific part of a song, or
yeah.
like the bridge or the chorus, and then I would come to it, and then after I had like a structure or something, I would like sit down like for hours and just work on it and kind of like organize it.
Yeah, the best time for songs to happen is right before you go to sleep. It's like a theta brainwave or something.
That is true. I've gotten so many like lyric ideas. I have like a in the notes app on my phone. I have a few
Hmm.
notes that say like phrases for songs and literally just things that randomly come to my mind. And whenever I feel stuck in like a
Yeah.
song or something, I always look at that and there's always an idea I can pull from. Like it can be a title, it can be like the starting of a song, it can be some part of the verse or something that inspires another idea. But I feel like a must for any artist, like to have a place where you can like
Yeah.
put anything that you find interesting, fun, or that can like spark an idea. Because inspiration is everywhere to me. Like anytime something can like inspire you, like inspire something in you to create with that, and it's super useful to have like a record of that for whenever you are feeling uninspired or you're feeling stuck or you have like a block. That can definitely like
Yeah.
be a guide or like a yeah like a help, you know.
How's your filing? How do you keep your files in order? Because mine right here, I finally, this was this week that I did this, and I put all of my folders, like one folder says songs, that one says
Well, I
songs,
have something similar, although
and
I think you're a bit more organized. I just know that, for instance, like I know the titles are like phrases for song one, phrases for song two. So whenever I need to
yeah.
search, I go like that. But I do have something similar. Yours, for some reason, looks much more like organized than mine.
No, I've worked on it for sure.
But okay, so here are my folders. Similar. It's like, oh wait, I need to put on the freaking background is blurry. Unblur. Okay, so here you can see I have like
Well, it looks the same.
it is. I don't
All
know.
right,
Yours is
I gotta get these
like more
chips.
yellow, but I have like music, breakthrough, Losi Discord, business, miscellaneous.
Yeah.
So it's similar, but yeah.
And what about your computer files? You
Oh my
have
God, my
something?
computer files. Duh, I don't know about that. I feel like that's something I so I'm not like mega hyper disorganized. Like I do have certain things, but I could definitely improve on that. Like one of my goals is to have like a super organized. Because for instance, I sometimes I like sit and organize my desktop so that it looks clean, like with the folders and stuff. And 2 days later, it's full of stuff again with all the files all over the place, and I'm like, Jesus Christ.
There's that. Luckily, I had to put all my stuff in a closet for they had to so they could replace all of the furniture, and
Okay.
now I don't have anything on my desk except for a cup, this Tostitos jar, and a hat.
Well, my desk, my
So,
like my I meant like my desktop, like my virtual desktop in my computer. But my desktop is also pretty like pretty much the same. I
oh
organize it and then it's like, although I do try to keep it clean because that definitely, like if it's not like if my like physical desktop is not
yeah,
organized, that messes with my head. I'm in general like physically what like in terms of like my room and stuff, it's pretty organized. Like I like to keep an organized room and space
yeah.
because if not, it messes with my creativity, with my stress, anxiety, like everything. I do it's weird. It's very strange. My family always made fun of me because
For OCD, for being together.
no, because it's a weird mix. Like I can appear like very disorganized because I like sometimes like leave things on like different places and like I'm not someone who
Oh
like is super careful with her stuff, but at the same time, everything is always like in my room, everything is always organized in terms of like my stuff, my homework. Like I never like at school I would never miss a homework, never miss an exam. Like I was super on point with everything, but at the same time I can appear like a bit all over the place because my mind is like rushing.
yeah,
So I don't
I
know.
can get that. Except I don't do well in courses or classes.
Oh no, God.
If it's my self-paced courses that I pay for myself
Mm-hmm.
that don't have somebody grading them, then I do fine. Like this marketing course that I started, I pay for it myself. I can do it on my own time, and I get like 80 to 100%. Mostly because you fail, like you have to retake if it's under an 80% score.
Okay. No, I am. I used to be. That was part of why I like nobody ever thought I would was gonna be a like an artist because I was like a very good student growing up,
Uh,
and
You have that's the trade-off. You have to be a bad student if you're gonna be an
No,
artist.
I feel like that's what they thought, and that's what I want to change. That's why I like that's the mentality I want to like change in my family and in people around me. It's like, first of all, you don't have to like trade one for the other. Like you can do both. Like you can study, like for instance, you're
Yeah.
doing a marketing course. Like we can do other things besides like artists are more than just their music, like obviously that's our passion and what we want to do, but it's like if I'm an artist, that doesn't mean I'm not gonna study or I cannot learn business or I cannot,
Yeah.
do other stuff. It's like that's what I wanna like change because even I, like growing up, since they said it so much, I that's why I kind of like hid it and did not tell anyone like that I want like obviously when I was young, I did say like, oh, I want to be a singer, but as I started to grow older and people were like, ah, that's not a real career, like whatever. I started to like believe it and just like kept it. So I just kept dreaming like I would I still go to bed every night like visualizing and seeing myself in a stage and singing and whatever, but I would not
Yeah.
tell anyone. So that's something also that came to a surprise when the pandemic hit and I was back home and I was like, guys, I'm gonna do this. And they were like,
Yeah, well, I see your Twitter, and there's a lot of people following you. So
no, I've been investing a lot in the Twitter lately. I found it super fun. I enjoy connecting with people. Like, every time I see
yeah.
that when I really started noticing like the power of being persistent, like
Hmm.
tweeting daily, like responding to people, and that literally has because I started my Twitter account with zero followers. I did not use Twitter at all
Yeah.
when I started like before Web3. I did not like even like open it, like it was non-existent to me.
Hmm.
And I started tweeting, I started like engaging with people, and people started following and engaging back, and it's about doing something daily that moves the needle forward towards what you want to do and what you want to achieve.
I had the opportunity and the unfortunate opportunity to see someone go from we were both in a garage guitar center
Hmm.
songwriting competition, and she's in Australia, so we're completely different parts of the world, and she went through the whole thing and is now streaming into Netflix films, and I've literally seen it happen. And part of me was like, "Oh, that's how it is," and the other part of me is like, "Why didn't you do that?"
But
And
wait, what
so
what what do
I
you
think
mean? What
it's
did she do? She competed against you?
she. We were in a whole group. Like Guitar Center used to do this thing called Songwriter of the Year or something, and you'd have to get people to vote for you.
Okay.
And it, out of like a whole bunch of people, I think she ever won or got farther into the competition than I did,
Okay. Okay.
and she started getting a producer and having their songs tailored to her, and so she has her whole story together, and people know her music for a specific type of vibe.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
And so now she actually played in the Guitar Center in Denver, and she's in
In Denver, right? Like the past week?
no, not ETH Denver, no, just in a Guitar Center when I was randomly in there.
Oh wow.
She's in, and so she had gone from the same spot I was in to streaming worldwide.
What's her name?
Gray, Grae, great artist. Her song
Let's see.
"Desert Room," a room in the desert
G
is the
R
song
A
I've been
E.
listening to her. Yeah,
Grae. Gray. Does she have another? Gray. Rachel
she
Gray?
has pink hair, most likely. A room in the desert. If you look that up, that's what I've been listening to.
She has red hair?
Pink,
I don't know if it's this one. Like pink, super pink hair?
super
No,
pink. There's probably someone pole dancing near her. That's her best friend,
no,
from what I
it's
gather.
not Rachel because she has
No, it's
blonde.
Gray Music. You probably have to put the music after her.
Okay, Gray Mu Gray Music. Okay.
So I just recently started looking at songs online that were already produced with no lyrics in them. So I can try to find somebody that consistently makes the type of vibe I've been trying to make, but nobody makes the same vibe. So I have to be self-produced.
Mm, what vibe are you trying to go for?
I have a template which is only on my laptop. I can show you, but it's so I went with a branding, and somebody was like, when you release a song, you have to put there's no space on like my desk, but you have to put together a list of words that you would tag uh, for what feeling your music gives. And so when I put this is what I write automatically. I used to write songs that were like you had a post where you were like, I was so optimistic when I first started writing, when you put that song you wrote when you were 15 and your sister drew it. You were
Oh,
like,
yes, yes, yes.
that's how my songs were. I didn't read the whole thing. I think I got distracted. I was either at work or something, but they started off as songs like just like it was like Christian contemporary, but not. Um, it was like slow, so it wasn't like upbeat. And then I transitioned into just regular acoustic, and it was like psychedelic. Like you couldn't understand what I was talking about because it was just random phrases that I guess I slapped together. I wrote some songs because I had a dream that inspired a song, and the song inspired an EP. I did two EPs, but to get to the point, this is what I write about because it's what I channel, I guess, when the ether gives it to me. It says rage, angst, anger, unsatisfied, yearning, empty, hopeless, depressed, mad, silence, guitar, punk, broken, headache, riot, burning, violent thoughts, schizophrenia, rebel, rebellious, disdain for hierarchy, black, cold, alone, lonely, avoiding suicide, sad, metal, rock, annoyed, hungry, upset, writhing, suffocated, aching, delusion, electric guitar, live band, edgy, frustrated, unwilling, disheveled, foggy, irate, melancholy. So I have to stay within those bounds. And I
So
like making because it sounds cool.
these words are like what define your vibe, you know?
Yes. If I can you hear this?
Uh-huh.
So I'll play I'll just pick up my guitar. I have nothing in mind that I'm gonna play right now. And if I
Nice
start
guitar,
playing,
by the way.
thank you. I this guitar has a funny story behind it.
Beautiful.
It's I've been to pick up a new guitar because I had never played a pro guitar before. I just had a whole litany of this one, but the cheap version, the Squire. This one's the actual Telecaster, and so I'd be like, I'd try to make anything that sounds. This one, I would used to make stuff like this. It just wasn't. It was melancholy instead of angry, and so this one I would just be like. So it's like doom. It sounds like doom. I could if I sat here and mess with it a little, it would turn into a song that has to be within the confines of like rage or anything.
Got it. Wow. Well, that's that's something that I do not I think I am different to you
Yeah.
in that way because mm, like I want to explore all different types of like feelings and emotions, you know. So I have some like more happier songs, you know, like dancey
Yeah.
songs, but I also like to write some pretty like melancholy mostly or like thoughtful, deep
Hmm.
and kind of like into like a lower vibe and mood.
Yeah.
But I definitely like love to explore because I I ultimately like just want to make music that speaks to me and speaks to other people in different ways. And so I feel like as humans, we're all just this roller coaster of emotions. Like
Yeah.
sometimes we're here, sometimes we're here. And that's true for the most people, you know, like
Hmm.
nobody is here all the time. Like, yeah, life's great, let's fucking go.
That's
Um,
that's what I had a difficulty with because I was literally that person. I was like, I think it was anxiety that was keeping my level way up there, but it's it definitely showed up in my music as a lack of versatility. And recently, I've made songs that I've never recorded before. Like,
that's cool.
so now doing that, after
Hmm.
seeing what it produces, I have to first make a sound that I'm known for, before I can branch and do a bunch of different stuff. Of course, I've already tried to do a bunch of different stuff and it didn't really work, but I think that was the marketing's my fault with marketing inefficiently.
Yeah, I feel like marketing is definitely a big part of music, like whether we want it or not. And not even like just music, like
Yeah.
anything out there, like any product, service, or thing that you put out there in the world, like such a big part of it is marketing. Because like you can have the best product in the world, but if nobody knows about it, like there's no way it's just gonna sell or it's just gonna like reach people. And also like just targeting the right kind of people because
Yeah.
I heard once that there's so often like the right product but the wrong audience, and
Yeah.
that's doesn't work. And the other way is true, like you can have like a mediocre project, a mediocre like product, but geared it to like the right audience, and you got a bomb, you know. So
Uh huh.
it's very like you have we have to, as artists and as business people, entrepreneurs, because that's what I think we are, you know. We're making our music and we're promoting it. We need to learn how to like market it properly, otherwise we'd be doomed.
This book is what I'm going through right now. It's called the 60-Day Record Label,
Mm.
and I oh, it's in audio form too. Actually, I was reading the book version, and it's this guy I found on YouTube who is basically like, if you're planning on doing independent music, then you have to know what to do with your masters and how to get publishing. I think I sent you that one of the clips that he was talking about. So
Let's
in
see.
the book, it was, yeah, it was about this. It was a clip that where I it was either Fred Astaire or somebody else that someone put the publishing sheet music on a shirt behind a picture of her, and publishing gets paid for the sales of that shirt as well as the artist because of her likeness. So stuff
Got
like
it.
that.
Yeah, no, it's super definitely like super necessary
ASCAP
to
versus
learn
BMI.
and understand business, because if not,
Uh huh.
like I know like that's literally what a label does. Like they do the business for artists.
Yeah.
But I know, and I know that not all artists like business, not all artists like
No.
marketing. But personally, I really enjoy, like I'm studying business, you know, I really enjoy it.
But are
And
you doing that because you were like, I need to figure out how to put my music out, and you were like, I'll get a business degree so I can do that, or is it just because you want to do business?
no, yes, I so growing up, like I said, like I've always been very entrepreneurial. Like I started like I always like sold things. I had like set like mini companies like growing up, like as a little girl.
Uh,
My father's an entrepreneur, so he always like taught me, and I saw him like, you know, I saw him do his thing. So I always looked up to that. I really, really like the idea of building something. Like I even enjoy helping other people build their businesses, like bringing ideas to life.
yeah.
I just love that. Like I just think that that's also the same process for making songs, you know, like I love how a concept in my head can come to life through a song. And to me, that's a product of a business, which is my business. And I treat it as that, like I make
Hmm.
music. And to me, that's what I sell to the world. I sell an emotion, I sell a feeling through my music. And so I genuinely enjoy the process of it. I enjoy building my brand. Like if I could be doing something like I cannot imagine myself doing something better than building my own brand.
Yeah.
That's genuinely so fun. Like I'm not building a brand for someone else. I'm not building a product for someone else. I'm building my brand for myself and to actually uh give to the world what I think I came to this world to do.
Yeah.
And so that to me is super fun. And so that's why I love Web3 because we get to do that in Web3. We get to be kind of like our own boss, our own CEO, and
Yeah.
put out what we want to put out.
There's a question burning in my mind. What company is that jacket from? Is that your brand or is that your?
This,
Yeah.
oh, this one, no, this one is from my sorority here at the
Oh,
university. So it says Theta Crew.
nice.
Um, yeah, it's one of my favorites, but it's so every year the new pledge class gets like a hoodie
Nice.
designed, and this one was the one for our class.
Oh
So
yeah.
it's pretty cool. Here in the back it has these lines, and I think it has something in the back.
They did bid day. What's a bid
20,
day? 2018. It's a good year.
yeah.
Good placement.
The bid day is the day they announce like who got into what sorority.
Oh, you just randomly sign up and you get put into a sorority.
No, I wish it was random, Jesus. No, it's a week. You're literally like, it's like networking, and
Uh
you
huh.
go to the different like sororities. You chat with the girls in the house, like to get the vibe to see if they like you. And
Yeah.
every day, the girls in the house vote on like girls that came in, and like, I like this girl. I
Wow.
do not. It's super toxic. Like worst thing. And then a week later
Yeah.
you go to a room and everyone gets an envelope. You open it and it's like welcome to X, Y, and Z. And then you go to the house and it's like a whole party and they give you the hoodie
That
and
sounds
they
just
like
great.
welcome you. It's crazy. It is crazy.
Nah, I kind of want that experience, but I don't think dudes would do it like that. You probably have to get like beat up or some shit. You gotta go in
Oh,
there.
for guys, yeah.
Yeah.
For guys, it's terrible. For guys, it's
I
like
don't even.
a
I have no clue what happens. Don't, my mind is just adding stuff that's probably not there. So I got into a. I don't think it was a fraternity, but it had Greek letters, and it was when I was at MSU, and I got a plaque, but I don't remember what it was or if I'm in it still.
yeah. Fraternities are a different thing, but it's fun. It's part of life of here in the
I
US, like
bet
university.
I want that college experience, but I instead of college I went to work, and so I got my associates, and then I
Associate
just
is two
started.
years, right?
Yeah, and now I'm thinking of going to Berkeley for guitar, and then traveling to Spain for their study abroad program.
Oh,
Either
that's
that
super fun.
or like audio engineering. I can't decide.
That's super cool. So you're going to move to New York?
No,
Is it online?
Boston. It is online. The version. It's like a guitar
Oh wait, Berkeley
degree.
is in Boston, right? Yeah.
Berkeley is in Boston, and every time I say engineering with Berkeley, people think it's the California engineering. In Berkeley, it's spelled different, but not
Yeah,
music.
Berkeley, Boston is music, and Berkeley, California is a different one. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I talked to the guy at Berkeley, and he was like, "Yeah, you don't have to know how to read sheet read to play to join the guitar program." Really, I
That's
think the
so.
only thing
When are you moving?
I don't know, and uh, I just don't know. Literally, I wish I did know, but I'm in a med board, so I don't know the day that it's gonna happen.
You're in a what, sorry?
A med board, a medical. Um, um, it's like a medical exit from the military.
Oh, okay, okay. So you're currently still in the military.
Yeah,
Got it. Okay. And as soon as they approve you, you can like leave.
basically, yeah. I put all my gear. I gave all my gear back to the battalion,
Mm-hmm.
and they have to give me some papers, and they have to sign me out of the platoon, the um, company, the battalion, then the brigade, and then that would be the process. That's what I hear, at least.
Got it. Okay. Wow. Are you like happy of leaving the army or did you like it?
When I joined, I'm fourth generation military, and there's a delay on my headphones, so everything I say I hear after I say it, so it's messing with me. But the I enjoy it here, but when I joined, I had gotten my S corp hired as a this company was like, we'll only hire companies. And so I had a company that got hired, and that company would have paid me. This is me paying myself. My created entity would have been paying me to put together Wayfair furniture for like $200 per build. And it
Okay.
happened right when I joined, and so I couldn't capitalize on it. So my
Mm,
business got work, and I went to the military, and it split me in half. And then I didn't play guitar for about a year and a half, so I forgot a bunch of stuff. I remember how to play and at least learn random chords, but I don't remember any covers. That's about all I lost. I still can play decently. And solos, I can't solo for
but
life.
you can learn definitely again.
Yeah.
I just bought a guitar to learn how to play guitar actually.
Yeah, because acoustic versions of the song, when you're publishing, you can do a acoustic version of the song, a recorded version of the song, like a studio recording, and a live
Mm.
version. You can get all three of the same song published, and you can get paid royalties for each one of those different uh, incarnations of it.
Oh wow. Yeah, I just bought it, but I literally know nothing. So I just started learning to play like 10 minutes a day,
Yeah.
learning the basics, and and yeah, I'm super excited though. I like whenever I sit down and play it just like calms me and
Yeah.
takes me, you know, like it makes me forget about everything else and just there hearing the sound of it is so relaxing.
Is it acoustic or electric?
It's an wait, let me unblur this and bring it up. It's an acoustic guitar. So it's this one.
Nice. What's it say on the headstock?
What's the what?
The headstock, the top part.
This?
Yeah. Oh, up there. What is that? Jaguar?
No, Jasmine.
Jasmine. Nice.
I literally I put beginner's guitar and bought the one that was like the best reviews and best price.
Oh yeah.
And I asked my friend and he was like, "Well, you can't really go wrong with a beginner's guitar, you know, like you're just learning." So
Yes, you
I
can.
I bought it and
It's because of the amount of pressure you have to grab it with.
oh really?
I would put some thinner strings on there, but
With some
that's
what
not up to
strings?
me. Thinner. Like, oh, the Zoom call ended. Can you still hear me? Phone. Hey, that's what I was saying about Zoom. Apparently, I figured out this out today. They only give you 40 minutes to Zoom,
Yeah.
so I have to find another way to to talk live. But I ended the stream now. It was getting good too. I was saying with thinner strings. So what the problem is when I play is that when I'm on stage, I start gripping the strings, and when you grip them too hard, it makes them it makes the tone different. So
Yeah.
I'll grab mine real quick. It's oh my god, it's too far back in my closet. I can't get it right now. I shoved them way far in the back of everything for some reason. But if you press a note and then you press your hand hard into the string, it'll inflect like a microtonal inflection. And this professional guitar, I barely have to press it to get a sound out of it, which changes. You can literally have your guitar in tune, but if you play it wrong, it will be out of tune, and so you
I
really have
honestly,
some effort.
I was thank you for that because that was happening to me. Like I bought the tuner so to be able to tune the guitar.
Yeah,
But I hear that sometimes like even when I mean like the strings are in tune and everything, it's like not sounding how it's supposed to be, and maybe it's because of that.
yeah. There's another thing about them. Like if you have a tuner that can change the hertz. I tune my guitar. I don't like how guitars sound on in 440 hertz, and so I tune it to 444 hertz because it's a more natural sound. It's like 432 but better. And if you play along to enough songs, we used to do these 3 hour sets on stage, like play a bunch of summer shows. We played every month, me and my family, and I played, and from all that practicing, hundreds of hours of practicing, I may have my 3 digits of hours on stage. I might have over 100 hours on stage alone. So the practicing, I practiced well a lot of songs, played to a lot of tracks, and I noticed that some songs, especially in like top 40s through the decades, what everyone plays at festivals, they'll have the song will be tuned to 440. If I tune my guitar to 3 or to 440 tuning, it'll be slightly out of tune, so I have to tune it up to 444, down to 440, or down to 432. And some artists really do change the microtonal sound.
Oh.
It takes a lot to be able to maybe it doesn't take a lot to hear it, but if you're listening to your guitar thinking it sounds weird, it's because it's the hertz. All tuners default to 440, and that hertz is a distorted. This is a conspiracy theory, but it's tuned in slightly distorted hertz to it messes with the frequency in your brain, which might be what you're hearing. Also, with the microtones from pressing too hard. This is why I don't
Wow,
like
I did
cheap
not know
guitars.
that.
I Cheap guitars are great because you don't want to invest in something you don't know if you play it like your whole life. But I got lucky and I am playing my whole life. But there are some small differences that you might pick up on. You probably are picking up on those. So I try to get it
No,
tuned to 444.
definitely. I definitely I'm gonna see that because I was seeing that and I was like, damn, there's something weird going on.
Yeah,
And I could not like figure it out and I'm like, what is it? And now that you say it, that definitely makes sense.
yeah. I think there's like it's part of the mind control theory that they're trying to like change people's brain chemistry with popular music. I believe it, but you know, it is what it is.